long weekend. How was EDC for you?
Great, really great. It was really great to be back at EDC. I played Electric Zoo last year, so I wanted to do something different. And EDC was, I can't believe the sheer size of the crowd, man. It's just insane. I gotta say, I was really surprised about the reception as well, because I was up against Hardwell, who's extremely popular, and I thought, everybody's gonna go and see him, but I was wrong, because the whole stage was full and everybody was really excited for my set, so yeah, I'm super happy.
Your set was a bit different from the Pier 94 set. How would you compare your approach to those?
It's just new music, I guess. I always pick current sounds. I try to look into what's hot right now, and I'm just really happy with the sounds that are coming out right now. I mean, obviously the sound is changing a little bit, but I always try to keep it trancey in the end. Still play mostly instrumental tracks, not too many vocal tracks, and I thought the crowd was really going off, so I really enjoyed it.
Did you play any new stuff? I thought I heard some unreleased music in there.
There was some unreleased music in there, but because it was broadcasted, I couldn't play any tracks from my new album yet. So it's just, it's such a shame, because I've been working on a new album for 2 years, and I want to share this music, but it's not possible yet, because, I need to finish it first. But secretly, at my gigs that are not broadcasted, I am road testing some of my new tracks, some of my new songs, which I'm really excited about.
I guess, how is the album coming along?
Really great. I'm really excited about the collaborations that I have, the instrumentals that I have. I'm way too ambitious again with this album. I mean, it's just crazy sometimes with the stuff that's in my head and I want to try. And I'm a perfectionist, I keep going back and changing stuff. And I had like 40 tracks about finished, and then I threw a couple of tracks away, a couple of tracks I combined. Did a lot of re-recordings recently because I wasn't happy with the vocal takes, so we had to go back and re-record. So I think I've got at least a couple of new singles ready to go. But I first want Another You to settle in, and I really want to make sure that the rest of the album is more fine-tuned.
Yes, how did you link up with Mr. Probz for Another You?
I met Mr. Probz at the Buma Stemra Awards, which is the Dutch collecting society, like ASCAP,
Right.
So they give an award for most played track on Dutch radio and most played track in a foreign country and all that. And I met him there because he won awards for his track Waves, and I won track for This Is What It Feels Like. So we met up. He said, "Hey, maybe we should do a track together so we can be on stage here next year together. That would be very nice." And he really liked the idea. And I knew his manager, so it was one phone call away, and a few weeks later he was sitting in my studio, and we just vibed away on a couple of ideas that he had. He had one specific idea, which was the chorus basically for Another You, but it wasn't finished yet. And we developed some music for it, and actually we went back into a real studio, recorded real strings, and I swear to God, there's never been a track that I spent more time and money on than Another You. And it's insane how much work we did for that one song, because there's so much detail in the track if you listen to it closely. I mean, if you put it on the radio and you listen to it, then it's quite in your face, quite easy. But if you listen to it closely, you'll hear all the layering that's going on. It's really exciting. I learned a lot by producing Another You, because, for example, I never recorded and orchestrated a real string orchestra. We recorded strings several times and layered them, and it was really fun to do. So, something different than just sitting behind a computer and running some samples.
Right. I guess turning to other parts of your music, you've revived, in a way, Gaia and Rising Star in the past 2 or 3 years. What's been the thinking behind that?
Well, Gaia is sort of a side project that I really want to develop more. And, I mean... I'm thinking of doing a Gaia album after this artist album is done, and approaching it from a completely different angle. But I have to see if I have time for that. I mean, Gaia is definitely something that I want to develop more, but not overexpose. I want to make every Gaia performance unique. If Gaia will ever tour extensively, I've asked them if they want to do it. They will only do maybe maximum 15 gigs per year, not like 90 or 100. So it will be very exclusive. And Rising Star is my baby from the back in the days when I first started. And I just love that kind of trance, and I had this vocal idea from Betsy Larkin that I really liked. And I love that type of trance sound. But having said that for me to make that track was a little bit more easy than all the stuff I'm currently working on, because it's more of a copy-paste kind of thing from the past, you know. It was an easier track to do. But I must say I really enjoyed doing it. It was only like 2 days in the studio, writing the melody and doing the arrangement and the production. And I did it completely on my own, except of course for the vocal from Betsy. But yeah, it was a lot of fun to do. And I like to do the uplifting trancey stuff. I like the more mellow stuff to produce that. You know, I want to do different stuff every time.
How would you characterize your relationship with Benno?
Benno and I are like Lennon and McCartney, I guess. We bring out the best of each other because we're both perfectionists. He's not my engineer or my writer. We're both producers. We're both producing. We're both making tracks. We're both making melodies. I guess I'm a little bit more of an arrangement guy, and he's more of a technical guy, more of a tech nerd. But sometimes he arranges, and I do like the side chaining and the compression and the EQing and all that. So what I love about Benno is that he understands dance music very well. I mean, he has a name to hold up as rank 1 as well. He's a really, really intelligent guy, and he has a name to hold up. And we just click as friends as well. You know, he's serious. He's not just a guy that sits in the studio and goes, "Oh yeah, well, everything you do is great." Mm-hmm. He's just as perfectionist as I am. He's great. He's fantastic. He's super. And he doesn't have to work with me. He can work with everybody that he wants. I mean, he has skills enough to produce his own album, but it just feels natural to work with him because we speak each other's language. We don't have to tell each other anything. Almost, it's like we have this sub-level of communication. Like we know, we think alike. So I think we've been working together now for 8 years, and the collaboration feels so organic. You know, he thinks like me, and I think like him. I know what he would do at a certain track, at a point in the track, and it just works.
Yeah, Gaia was at a State of Trance Festival in Australia. Where do you see that going in the future?
You mean the State of Trance Festival or Gaia?
Oh, the State of Trance Festival.
Well, you know, I'm proud to say I think I'm the first DJ to present his own festival. I just hope that the State of Trance should be the home for any kind of trance music, whether it's, you know, more commercial, vocally, or more, you know, deep stuff, or really psy-trancey stuff, you know, the Brian Carney stuff, or, you know, the more liquid soul kind of stuff. I think the State of Trance should be a home for all genres within trance. And that's what I've been doing with the radio show as well. And you see this huge development within trance right now, that every subgenre within trance has its own fans. And I think that's fantastic. So I hope State of Trance will be a home for all these different genres and these little islands, you know. The latest State of Trance Festival that we had in Utrecht, we programmed for the very first time Psytrance as well, which was a huge success with a lot of the Psytrance fans. They were like really happy that sort of sound now has a bigger stage. So that is a really cool thing. Guys like Brian Carney, you know, Jordan Suckley, Will Atkinson, who are more fans of the raw 138 sound, are doing a fantastic job by moving that sound forward as well. And then you have the you know, the more established names like Ali and Fila, Andrew Rayel, even Audion, you know, Mark Sixma, who have a stage as well. So I like the fact that the State of Trance is just not one sound on 5 stages, but it has different sounds for everybody. If you're not really into the more Dash Berlini sound, then you can go to the Psytrance area and see, you know, your favorite Psytrance DJ. That's what I dreamed. I mean, I love all these sounds. I'm a big Psytrance fan. I love with the 138 sound. But I'm also a big fan of Dash Berlin and Audion and Cosmic Gate and all those guys doing an amazing job.
I guess, how have you balanced touring and family life?
It's very tough, to be honest. I mean, I don't do as many gigs as I used to. I want to be home more with my family, so I'm more at home now on Saturday nights, which is really strange sometimes to be sitting on a couch somewhere. So I just do less gigs. I DJ less, And I try to be more at home with my family because honestly, I really hate to miss so much of my kids that are, up and coming already. And my daughter's already almost 4. I can't believe it. I remember like the day of yesterday that she was born. Yeah, and it really changed me being a father. I'll tell you something really ironic. I've been more productive now with children than I was before. I never released more tracks. I was never so productive in the studio in general. It's just that's just really crazy. And then I guess being a father, having children, just makes me really more focused. I think that's the right word. It has to be the word focused.
Mm-hmm. I guess, turn to Armada, how involved are you in the day-to-day?
Behind the scenes, I'm very much involved. It's good that you asked the question because recently we restructured the company a little bit. We focused a lot on the young talent in our own company, so not as artists only, but we've hired a lot of new guys like Marvin, who set up a label called The Bearded Man, and one of his first signings was Lost Frequencies, Are You With Me, which is now a global smash. So I had nothing to do with signing that track. I mean, it's signed to Armada, and it was always my dream that Armada would once be a company that would really be the home for everything dance, not only trance. I mean, I have my little island within Armada, which is the State of Trance Records, Our Mind, and Who's Afraid of 138. I run those labels myself. Those are my babies, and the rest is just handled by.
Do you A&R those?
Yeah, I A&R those 3 labels, and they're still doing really well. Especially Who's Afraid of 138 is really doing really well. So, trying to keep an eye on the high quality of that, and I'm a little bit involved with signing tracks for labels like Trice and Captivating Sounds and Statement, which is more Ruben's label. But if I get sent a good track that I think finds a home on The Bearded Man or that finds a home on Armada Captivating, then I'll send it to the A&R manager. So we have a lot of young A&R managers right now: Kevin, Joel, Ono, Marvin, Ruben. A lot of young A&R guys that are helping to grow Armada even further. So it's a totally different company than it was 10 years ago.